The survey was very positive around the fact that 87% of people felt that a person living with dementia could live well.
Yes.
And I think that's a really positive statistic.
Yeah, because you can live well with dementia as the carers, as well as the person who is living with the disease. Just as much as possible, go on as normal, because your loved one is still the same person. They may scream and shout sometimes, they may forget, they may do all sorts of things that are totally out of character, but inside they are still the person that you love, that you care about. And as long as you maintain that wonderful rapport that you have with them, that's really all that matters.
For a long time, it was very stigmatised, that people felt that it was the moment somebody got a diagnosis or started to show symptoms, that was the end. But now we can see that people can actually live really well with dementia.
Yeah, and I think the important thing is to recognise, these things that are happening to the people living with dementia, whatever the diagnosis, it's real to them and it's happening, and we can't stop it. So the people that need to change really are us. It's our approaches that needs to change.
I would definitely agree with that, because in the early days when Mum was still at home, and we'd go shopping, and Mum was always like a well turned out person, and she'd no interest in buying anything that made her look nice or nothing, and which was not like Mum at all. And I remember being quite cross that she was like that, and then I realised in time that she couldn't help it. It's just the illness, and until you do know about it, then you can't react as you should do.
And there's a lot of people out there just struggle and don't really know about a lot of things, do they?
Yeah.
And, if you have these like cafes, where people can go in, they might talk, and it might help them.
And I think that's the basis of us creating the Big Dementia Conversation with Care UK, so that we can reach out to more people. We're already bringing people into our dementia cafes who aren't particularly always looking for care, but need some support in the community when their relative is starting to show signs of dementia or early with their diagnosis.
It's important that you have someone else to talk to, or you can get support and you can get tips and things like that, because it can help you become a bit stronger, and for you to cope, because it's not just a short journey, it can be quite a long journey ahead.
Less people feel like they know nothing about dementia now, and our survey actually shows that only 6% of people feel they know nothing about dementia. Carl, just thinking about how many people actually now, when they come to education sessions with you, how many people know a bit about dementia, whether they're comfortable with the differences between different dementias?
There is definitely better understanding out there than there was even a few years ago. But I think there are still some gaps out there. There is that tendency that people often think it is all about memory. It's actually quite different than the normal ageing process. The symptoms are going to be a lot more life-changing than just that general ability, to forget the odd thing here and there. We all do that as part of ageing.
The greater the understanding, the greater the opportunity for everyone involved in the dementia family to live well with this illness.